Good afternoon. What's up, ladies and guys? This is basically to talk about my top 3 reasons why people fail. That's right, 3. I'm going to be honest, so if you get easily offended or something, then switch off. Okay, reason 1 why people stay fat. Attitude. If you're not willing to get up at 6 AM and go for a run, or go that extra mile, or skip having that extra dessert, obviously you're not going to get there. If you're getting put off by the actual processes of the real work that's involved with getting in shape, you're not going to get there. There are no real quick fixes. You're not going to get any magic little acai berry that's going to give you a tablet and, oh, I'm so skinny in 4 weeks. Same as diets in general, they're all bullshit. You go on a diet to lose weight. As soon as you come off of it, you put it back on. The reason it's called a diet is because it's not looking at healthy eating, healthy nutrition, healthy living. These things you eat for the rest of your life. Say I have 75 years on this planet and I've tried every diet under the sun. I'm still eating regardless of whether I'm on a diet or not. You need to sort your head out to get your eating right. So if you think to yourself, oh, it's okay, I'll just have one more burger, maybe that's the problem. Also comes down to obviously looking down the street. What I was saying before about having commitment to the process. Look outside when you go somewhere like Tesco's. There are so many people that are overweight, got shot backs, bad posture, illnesses. It's all related to simple things they could have done and should have done when they were younger to be getting in shape and just staying in shape. It's not a hard thing to do. I will help you as much as I can, but the attitude has to be there. I'm really thankful because a lot of my members, so a lot of you guys are all very committed to the process. I've tried to nail that into your heads, and I'm very thankful for that. But it all comes down to attitude. If you've got the right one, obviously that's going to dictate your actions, and that's going to dictate how you are changing your body. Number 2 is not knowing what to do. This mainly comes from going to the gyms and being in part of large classes. I really don't like gym mentalities. It's a very sort of cliquey environment, so you'll get all the sort of bigger guys obviously just posing for themselves. Their mirrors aren't there to look at yourselves in, to be honest. They're there for actually checking your weight technique, but obviously that gets confused by a lot of the gym members some days. Hence why I obviously started my own business, because I believe that I can, just because you can't afford a personal trainer, or if you don't want to fork out that amount of money every week, there shouldn't be any reason for you to stop obviously reaching your fitness goals. So not knowing what to do, I'll always make sure, me personally, and anyone who works for me and anyone obviously associated with GFit will tell you why something works and why it doesn't, how to work on something, how to stretch it out correctly, and also the simplest and most efficient way to get something done. Again, that's not me trying to sell to you, that's just my company's ethos and how I want to keep this going forward. So I'm always open to questions. Please feel free to look at me now, and question if attitude is something you need. That's it. The reason that is imperative is because obviously if you're not going to get off your sofa and from watching Jeremy Kyle and go out for a run for half hour, no one else is going to burn those calories for you. Last one's preparing to fail. This is probably the one I struggled with most. It's quite hard in the fact that I set myself such high standards, as I'm assuming some of you do as well. Obviously, I know you've got a lot of responsibilities, from picking the kids up to obviously doing the cooking, the cleaning, general, work as well. There's a lot of responsibilities in your lives, and I bet you're probably more harsh on yourself than you are for your friends. But you kind of have to accept that you have got limitations and you are going to fail several times before getting to your actual goal. Throw the scales out the fucking window. They don't work, or they do work, but obviously they're just going to be keeping you up at night. We're thinking, if I said to you now, if you could be a size 8 to 10 and say 30 stone for the rest of your life, weight isn't going to matter shit. Unless you're getting surgically lifted out of your bed, weight doesn't matter. It's what you see when you look in the mirror. That's what's obviously going to matter to you. Okay, what you see when you've got the inches, obviously, say this was a size 10 top and it was a bit tight, when can I get back down to that? That's really what's going to matter. But obviously, coming back to the failing part of what I was saying, the failing part's going to come in when you're feeling tired after work and you just fancy cracking open a bottle of wine, or maybe on Friday night, oh, I've deserved a treat, I've had a long day at work. It's them sort of little thoughts in your head that are putting you where you are, because obviously what you've currently done has got you to where you currently are. Okay, so say this is here, this point right now is obviously where I currently am. Okay, now I'm not in the best shape I want to be in at the moment, but that's because if I'm brutally honest, I have been snacking a bit at the moment, and maybe you have too. But what you've got to start changing is little incremental changes of maybe having, like I did this previous video, 1 less sugar in your tea, slightly less portions of your chips when you have your dinner, swapping your carbs so you have maybe more brown than white carbs, which are higher in starch, maybe having more fruit and veg in your diet. It's all down to your questions. No one else is going to do it for you, so stick to them 3 rules. Give them some thought. Attitude, not knowing what to do. I'm always here to ask, and also preparing to fail. You will fail, but you will get there as long as you get back up and keep trying. Any questions on this, obviously feel free to give me a shout. You know where you can reach me, obviously on Facebook as well, at GFit PT and Boot Camps, also at gfitpt.com. Peace out, motherfuckers.